When you hear the word connectivity, what comes to mind? Do you think of spending time with friends and family, or social media? True connectivity occurs when each person feels valued and acknowledged, leaving you with a sense of nourishment and fulfillment. We are hardwired to connect with others. It's what gives purpose and meaning to our lives. Without it, there is suffering. Brene Brown. The problem. There are 545 schools in Bali, 20 of which are international schools, but there's one problem that they all share. Most of these students aren't truly connected inside and outside of the classroom. We humans are social creatures, and we need to stay connected. Kids ages 8 to 12 are in their most influential stage of their life, and the pandemic took a toll on them the most. I was one of those kids, and I was stuck in lockdown for 1.5 years. The pandemic has taught us the importance of human connectivity, and without it, our world ails. The pandemic led to increased stress on children and their parents, and screen times in both children and adults increased drastically during the pandemic. Nicole Plumridge discovered reliance on the internet had a major impact on people's quality of life. And spending time with a friend or family member had a major positive impact on their quality of life. Human connectivity allows us to bring balance to our lives. We need balance in our lives because without it, we are a shell of the person we truly are. We need to find ways to accelerate our human connections. This is an issue for my generation and one that we can easily solve. I want my generation and future generations to be able to connect properly in person. Online connectivity will never be able to replace in-person connectivity, and it sounds pretty ironic that I wanted to build a website to connect people in person, but that's the reality of our situation. Growth only occurs through pain, hard work, and accepting uncertainty. Phil Stutz. Phil Stutz, a psychiatrist, believes that. I learned many lessons from everything that went well and everything that didn't go as expected. Over 10 schools completely overlooked what I had to say, and I encountered many problems along the way, and I started to get frustrated. I knew that I wanted to create a valuable resource for kids to engage with one another, both in person and online, and I wasn't completely sure of how I was going to do that. But I knew that with my website, I could provide kids with a platform that lets them explore who they are and who they want to connect with. I wanted my website to empower kids and lead them on a journey filled with self-discovery and personal growth. Paxel helped me contact the principals of Bali Island School, Canggu Community School, the Australian Independent School, and so many more schools. To those schools that I've messaged, and to the schools that are listening, send me an email if you're looking forward to connecting so we can work towards a more connected future. The Green School Skills. Throughout my project, I used the Green School skills of being resourceful, resilient, communicating, thinking creatively, and adapting. It was very difficult overcoming many of the challenges that I faced along my journey, and there was no way to efficiently communicate with people outside of the Green School community, and that was definitely my biggest challenge. I had to be very resilient while I was communicating with many of these schools because it was a long and tedious task to get them interested in my project. I asked Paxel for guidance how I could gather their attention, and it took lots of time to create my website because I wanted it to be very simplistic and very appealing. I've been working to create a platform for lifelong learners where people can learn about each other's culture and languages with the ability for people to get out of their comfort zone and try new things that are beneficial for them. My project touches on SDG 4.6 and SDG 3.4. I remembered all of the events that I missed during COVID, so I decided to create a website that ensures nobody has to miss another event ever again. I knew that I had to put myself out there so I can help schools stay connected with young change makers, people interested in supporting charities, and sustainable events. Here are a few screenshots on my website. My quest doesn't have a perfect ending, and that's exactly why I'm going to continue my quest. Everybody wants a perfect quest, but there isn't a perfect quest. There's only the journey. I was constantly overcoming adversity and learning new things about myself. I want to talk about a part of Quest that is often overlooked, but is one of the most important parts of Quest. The lessons we learn from perceived failure or not living up to certain expectations. We will encounter setbacks in our lives and encounter outcomes that we didn't expect or want. It is in these times of adversity that we can truly learn who we are and how we can grow further as individuals. Thank you. I would like to thank my parents because of their profound support during my whole quest, Ibu Emma and Ibu Angie because of their helpful feedback on my website, and Pak Sal for helping me connect with all of those schools. I would like to thank Pak Tabo because he helped me refine my quest speech and provide me with feedback so I can improve my project. I want everyone to connect better, live better, and make this world better. Thank you.